Each year on Anzac Day, New Zealanders and Australians mark the anniversary of the Gallipoli landing of 25th of April 1915. On that day, thousands of young men, far from their homes, stormed the beaches on the Gallipoli Peninsula in what is now Turkey. For 8 long months, New Zealand troops, alongside those from Australia, Great Britain, Ireland, France, India, and Newfoundland, battled harsh conditions, but the hardship of the war weren't only affecting the soldiers at Gallipoli, Western Front and Eastern Front, but the people at home who were waiting for the boys to come back into their arms. Young Australian citizens showed patriotism. These young men stepped up and fought not just for their country, but their families and friends as well. These men were formally dressed so they could set a good impression when applying to join the war. People even lied about their age just so they could have the chance to represent their country and be proud. This is a form of patriotism.
To get more young innocent men to apply, they were creating advertisements that would make you look like a coward if you didn't apply. Majority of the advertisements made war to be like an adventure, not a bloodbath. Reading these advertisements made people who didn't apply guilty. When the men headed off to war, the women had to step up their game and work for the men. At the time of World War I, a majority of jobs were taken out by the men, so when the men left, the women had to work hard. Young kids from back home in Australia were knitting socks to send overseas to keep their heroes and soldiers warm. They try to do their part by helping those who are fighting for their country. These young kids continuously knitted and created clothes until the end of the war by making their country proud.
When the soldiers went off to war, they were often comforted by their family to show patriotism.
Women had to volunteer. Times were tough. However, with the cheers and smiles of the men, everything would be okay.
When the men headed off to war, the women had to step up their game and work for the men. Back in the day, a majority of the jobs were taken out by the men. So when the men left, the women had to work even harder.
Throughout the war, the radio and the newspaper was a prime source of information for almost everyone. Large amounts of propaganda was created in the newspaper, and many of the articles stating that the war was going to finish soon and that we were sweeping the battlefield. But the reality was quite the opposite. Many articles only mentioned the battles we had won, not the battles we had lost, especially Gallipoli, which resulted in thousands of casualties. Every day, telegraphs would be sent home and the names of dead soldiers appeared in the newspaper. Slowly, the people's opinion of the war changed dramatically. The population had come to the realization that the once romanticized war was really just a bloody battle, where many Australians were believed to have thrown their lives away. And soon, the effect of the Irish protests reached Australia, and it was slowly having an effect on the Australian population's opinion. However, no life was wasted during the war. Instead, it has created a legend and a spirit that all Australians stand by today. These Australians represent the sacrifice made not only for themselves, but to protect their family, their freedom, and most of all, their country. Availability of food to send overseas was of a major concern to the Australian government. To ensure that Australia could assist in the war effort, the new nation began rationing the amount of food any one person was able to have every month. This meant mothers had to prepare food in inventive ways, as many normal ingredients were not available. During the war, once common household food items such as milk, fresh fruit, meat, and flour had become a rarity, with prices of food more than often doubling in price. This shows Australia's effort in the war and how they made large sacrifices on the home front in order to assist not only the Australians on the front lines, but the French, British, and Italian and American forces.